In today's lesson, I'm going to show you how to do a monochromatic acrylic painting. First step is to draw a shape on your surface and break up the space with a ruler. Next, I'm going to go in and mix a color. I'm going to mix a red violet using cobalt blue and bright red. I'm also going to work with white today. So I'm gradually adding a little bit of the cobalt blue into a red. And you're going to be practicing gradation or the shift from dark to light using your one color or monochromatic mixture. So to do that, you're going to lay down your dark mixture and white and practice blending them together so that you get a smooth transition from dark to light. We broke up the space of our shape on our surface so that it's easier for us to practice gradation in smaller sections. For this monochromatic painting of a peace sign, I am working on a canvas. At the end of this video, I will repeat the process for you from start to finish, doing the same thing with a different color and a different shape on a piece of cardboard. It's really important to have a cup of water and a paper towel with you while you're doing this so that you can constantly clean your brush and blot your brush. So next I'm going to work on a piece of cardboard. It's about 12 by 12 inches or so, and I'm drawing a star shape, and then I'm going to go in with a ruler and I'm just breaking up the space. I'm breaking up the space in the background, behind the star, and within the star, and just all over kind of randomly. And I'm going to mix up a teal color. I'm using chrome yellow and cobalt blue, and I'm pulling a little bit of the blue into the yellow at a time. And I'm also working with a cup of water and a paper towel. You can see here I didn't quite blend my colors totally on the palette first, and I kind of made it look a little bit more on the green side. That's okay if that happens, but try to work with just one color as best you can, although you might get a little bit of a variation of that color if you're making up the color on your palette. In this second painting, I'm also using a small flat brush, and I'm applying my paint a little bit differently than I did with my peace sign. With my peace sign, I was using a small round brush, and I was almost kind of stippling it or like dotting it to kind of blend it together. With this painting of the star, I am using a flat brush, and I'm kind of doing more smooth strokes, if that makes sense, and not quite as much stippling or dotting application of the paint. So it's up to you to discover your style and to paint the way that makes you feel most comfortable. You can see that when I poured out my acrylic paints onto my palettes, I didn't pour a ton of paint out. A lot of people often over pour, especially beginners. So you can always, go and get more if you need to, but it's a little bit more hard to put the paint back into the bottle once you have poured it. So I always like to encourage students to pour real small amounts out at a time. You can use painter's tape with this project if you need to tape down, mask out each section at a time if it helps you. Acrylic paints dry relatively fast. Be sure to wash your brushes really good at the end of the period with a little soap and water. Otherwise, the acrylic paint will ruin a brush.